When I'm with you, everything's perfect. Girl, you know you're worth it, and everything I do is for you. No other chick got nothing on ya. They wanna be, you know what, girl, come close to you. Girl, you drive me wild. I would climb a mountain for you. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my home studio. I am Archie Beats and I am here to help. And today is an extremely special day. We have some wonderful guests here on the channel, and these are my top audio interfaces for under $200. Yes, these audio interfaces are under $200. Let's go. When it comes to picking out the perfect audio interface, you need these top three things to consider. What type of inputs and how many inputs do you need? Are you going to be recording one singer? Are you going to be recording instruments? What are you going to be recording? Once you get to that, are you going to need a headphone? Are you going to need studio monitors? What is your setup and what's your studio going to look like? And also, you want to consider what's the connectivity on your computer. And these are USB. And these audio interface varies from one input on up. And we're going to discuss these today. And let me get this out the way really quick. I don't talk about any gear on my channel that I haven't used before and that I haven't used enough to actually recommend it to you guys. It's not fair. And my channel, we stand on core values. I just don't get things in the mail or order something and then talk about it the same day. I actually take time to put it to the audio test so I can recommend it to you guys. That's fair, right? Give me a thumbs up if you think that's fair. But before we get started, if you guys are interested in anything that you've seen in my home studio or you're interested in any of these audio interfaces, please check the description below. I also have other gear on there that could possibly help you on your creative journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video. Thank you. So for years, I've been on this search for the perfect audio interface since the beginning of my career. I own everything from $100 budget audio interfaces all the way up to $3,000 audio interfaces. And I'm always putting them to the test. I mean, always. I'm pushing them, seeing what can they do. How far can they go? What quality can it project? And these audio interfaces definitely meet that standard of quality that I look for when choosing an audio interface. And I totally recommend all of these to you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss these audio interfaces. Basically, what we're going to do, we're going to do two parts. We're going to discuss some key highlights such as the connectivity and the I/O, the input output. And also we're going to do an audio test and show you guys how these audio interfaces sound, each one of them. And we're going to be doing it with an inexpensive AKG P120 microphone. It's a $100 microphone. So ultimately, this is a $300 setup. I think that put things into perspective by using an inexpensive microphone and an inexpensive audio interface. Both of them quality, but to show you guys that you can accomplish professional sound with not spending too much or breaking the bank. So the first audio interfaces that we are discussing are the Focusrite Scarlett series. The Scarlett is a very interesting audio interface, and this to me is a winner all the way around because you have those great Focusrite preamps. So let's talk about the Focusrite Scarlett Solo. The connectivity is USB 2.0. But the interesting part about this audio interface is you have one XLR input, it's not a combo jack, and you have an instrument input. And both of the volume knob and gain knobs are up front. And also the preamp controls are right here up front as well. And then you have your monitor control up front. As far as the output, you have a pair of stereo outputs, which are 1/4 inch that goes out into your monitors, and you have a headphone jack at the front. I like my headphones jack up front, or if it's a desktop style audio interface, I like it being right there on the front panel so it won't be sticking out of the top and out of the way. But this we don't have to worry about because it's all front facing, because I like kind of rack style audio interfaces where everything is at the front panel, and so that's cool as well. Now really quick, both of these are 3rd generation, and also the Focusrite Scarlett comes with a dual Ableton Live Lite, and it comes with a bundle of Focusrite plugins, so you have pretty much everything you need when you purchase these audio interfaces. So don't be intimidated by the little extra bucks over $100, because you get actually a lot of things with it. You get that package bundle deal, and then also you get a free 3 months of Splice. Splice costs $7.99 a month. Last time I checked when I paid it. So you get those free samples to use for 3 months. I always include the Scarletts because they are the just a great sounding audio interface. And Focusrite is one of the best when it comes to preamps and it comes to like the ISO, the Red series. It's just a great sound, and they create an amazing console. So Focusrite definitely is always going to be in my top audio interfaces. So a lot of people are always wondering the difference between a Focusrite Scarlett Solo and a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, and the difference is the actual number of preamps. Although you have 2 inputs at the front, the Focusrite Solo only has 1 preamp. The Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 actually has 2 preamps on board, the combination jacks at the front. And this connectivity for the Scarlett 2i2 is also USB, and you have the headphone input up front, and both preamps are equipped with the award-winning Air, which just give this transparent, pristine, like clean sound, which is unbeatable, especially within the price range. The Scarlett Solo being $119 and the Scarlett 2i2 being $169. Now they vary sometimes. Sometimes it's $99 and sometimes the 2i2 is $159, but it's always in that price range. It never shoots all the way up. Me personally, it's worth about $300, the audio interface, but hey, they put it at a great price for those who are on a budget. And also it has the same type of output as the Solo. You have 2 1/4-inch outputs that goes into your studio monitors. I come out of these audio interface with a balanced connection for my stereo monitors. So you have that 1 pair, 1, 2 at the back, and you can get those monitors sounding great. So this is how the Focusrite Scarlett sounds using an inexpensive microphone. The AKG P120, which is my favorite budget microphone, is $99, and going directly into this with the actual preamps engaged. So this is the Focusrite Scarlett series. It's in the studio. Located. Ooh, more than what I asked for. When you giving it all to me, yeah. Give me a thumbs up if you like that. Tell me, what do you like about this audio interface sound? The next audio interface that I want to discuss is one that I was totally taken aback from, and that is the Audient ID4. Crazy. They are also a company known for consoles and preamps, and they have experience creating this great quality product. Audient definitely put their, all their efforts, it's some amazing effort into this audio interface, and this is the Mark II, the Audient ID4. And what I do like about this, it has a desktop style to it, to where everything is on board. Although I do prefer rack mounted audio interfaces, the Apollo Twin X changed my heart on that. A little bit. I still prefer racks, but it's great to have kind of like that monitor control style audio, desktop style audio interface. It's cool. You can't complain. It's a heavy audio interface. It doesn't feel cheap, if that makes sense. This audio interface does not feel cheap at all. On the back panel of the audio interface, you have a combo jack, and you have 1 preamp, 1 connection at the back. It's an XLR and 1/4-inch. You can use it. It's just a little combination, and you have a pair of stereo outputs, a 1/4-inch. I like that standard connection. It's just, it works for me. I actually prefer the standard 1/4-inch output. Just get some quality cables. And here's another interesting thing about the inputs. At the front, you have the JFET instrument connection at the front that you plug your guitar in and just jam out right there at the front panel. And also it has 2 headphone connectors up front. It has an 1/8-inch connection and a 1/4-inch connection for your headphones. So if you don't have an adapter with the 1/8-inch to 1/4-inch, you can just plug in the standard size of headphones that you have. And like all the other audio interfaces, you do have the monitor mix control knob up top, the microphone input control up top with the gain and the preamp, the JFET guitar control up front, volume control, and the large size monitor control knob on top of this as well, which is really cool. And this is how the Audient ID4 sounds. When I look at you, all I see is one beautiful girl. When I'm with you, everything's perfect. Girl, you know you're worth it, and everything I do is for you. No other chick got nothing on ya. They wanna be, you know what, girl, come close to you. Girl. Sounds great, right? And the next audio interface that I have grown to love is the PreSonus Studio 24C. And the coolest thing about this audio interface, it has the X-Max preamps on board, and it sounds absolutely amazing. Really pristine, really crisp, and a little warmth to it. That's what I found from listening to this audio interface, but you guys are going to be able to tell when you hear the audio test from this audio interface. And it's, like I said, it's great quality. The connectivity on it is USB. It's also compatible with USB 3.0. And it has two inputs, as you guys can see, the combo jacks, the Nutric combo jacks up front, where you can plug in the 1/4 inch or the XLR, and also have two preamps, two of those X-Max preamps on board the front. And as you guys can see, all the controls, the standard 48 volts, the phantom power on all the audio interfaces. You have control of your inputs up front, your headphones on front, and another plus about this audio interface is it has a nice professional level meter up front that I like the LED. I like it because it reminds me of my higher end audio interface, like my Apollos, which is really cool. Look at it, it's right there, and it lets you know when you're hitting that red and you're getting that distortion and you're peaking. It lets you know. This audio interface also has a MIDI I/O, which is cool. You have some outboard gear, you have some sound modules, and you want to control them. Or if you have a drum machine with the MIDI connectivity on it, hey, you're good to go with this audio interface. The only thing that I found kind of odd about this audio interface, it sounds great, but the headphone output is at the back of the panel, just like the balanced 2 1/4 inch output, monitor outputs at the back along with the MIDI I/O. I found that a bit strange, but it's not enough to not recommend this because the quality of this audio interface is there. And if you prefer your headphones at the back, then this one is definitely a go. And this one, I have to just say it, the bundle that comes with this is just crazy. It comes with Studio One artists, and also it has the Analog Lab package for y'all producers out there. This is the ultimate producer audio interface right here. The budget producer audio interface, because this one will run you about $159. You also have things from Lexicon and Artura that comes with this, which is, that's what you need, right? You have like Complete or something, or you have Omnisphere. This audio interface will just be the cherry on top. So let's show you guys an audio test. Baby, you to die for. And your love is so complicated. More than what I asked for. You guys hear those dynamics? When you giving it all to me. Yeah. When you give it to me, oh, that body, baby. So, this is a $250 setup. This audio interface is $159, and this microphone is $99. The next audio interface is from a familiar person mentioned in this video. It's from Audient, and they created the EVO series, which is one of the smartest. It's like a new revolutionary audio interface. I have individual videos on each one of these, plus the new bundle that has come out. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, it's up here as well. But the EVO series is definitely a new, clean, like I said, it's a smart audio interface. It sets the gain for you. After you get done setting everything up, this audio interface actually has a smart gain protocol on it to where when you speak in it or sing in it, it adjusts the volume to the perfect level for you. So if you are a beginner and not really familiar with signal to noise ratio or the proper leveling of recording, this is definitely the audio interface series you should consider. And as you can see, I have the EVO 4 here and the EVO 8. Now the difference is inputs, but let's go ahead and get to the key highlights. The connectivity on this audio interface is USB USB 2.0. The inputs at the back, it has 2 inputs along with 2 preamps on each one of these inputs, and it's a combination jack, which is really cool because you can plug in XLR or quarter inch like we discussed, and the outputs is actually left and right. It's quarter inch as well, which you guys know I prefer that, and it has an instrument input up front for your guitars. And one of the things I like about this audio interface is the big knob that actually gives you like full control. And as you can see between each one of these audio interfaces, the knob is pretty much the same. The unit is just bigger because, you know, of course you have the 4 inputs. You can select them right here and you can select your inputs there, and you can also initiate phantom power up front. You can press these buttons in and you can pretty much toggle between your inputs and your outputs with this as well. So it is a pretty freaking smart and awesome audio interface. Now the next one, the EVO 8, and this one has 4 inputs along with 4 preamps. You get that nice, I love to see when you have an interface that actually has 4 inputs and also 4 preamps on board those inputs. So just because you have that many inputs doesn't mean you have that many preamps on a few audio interfaces that are out. But this one, they actually honored the preamp protocol. They just give you the preamp on all of those inputs, which is really awesome. Of course, like I said, it's USB. Let's go ahead and hear that audio test. Let's fly away, you my angel. Let's drive away. Girl, you drive me wild. I will climb a mountain for you. Well, I really do hope that you guys got some valuable information out of this video. These audio interfaces are definitely must have. It's just about picking the right one for you, and just do your research on it and make a decision. Don't get so obsessive over, should I get this or should I get that one? Hey, any of these audio interfaces will work for anybody starting out or anybody that's professional and you want to get a new audio interface and you don't want to spend a lot of money. These are definitely the ones. Now, you guys let me know if you want me to do more higher end audio interface videos, because I do have higher end audio interfaces and I can give you guys a detailed review and just my opinion about it along with some audio tests, because that's what this is about, keeping the audio ecosystem alive by, you know, giving you guys the information that I have and you guys giving me the information that you have, and we just make this, you know, keep this audio ecosystem going, man. So comment below if you have any questions about these audio interfaces, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Archie Beats, and that's with a Z. Don't forget to be great and create. This is your boy Archie Beats, and I am signing off.
Archie Beat on the beat. Yeah.